Brittany, you want to say it?
Hello, my friends. Hola, mis amigos, bienvenidos a la referencia de la película. AKA
The movie reference.
What, did I not do it right?
No, but I always have you say the movie reference, so I
Okay.
chimed. I thought you were gonna pass it to me.
Oh, AKA,
The movie reference.
there you go. With your host, Marc Anthony.
Oh, yeah, me, Mark.
And me, Brittany.
Yep.
Welcome.
59.
To the podcast.
Episode 59.
Episode 59. Not in the hundreds yet.
But we're almost to 69.
Woo!
Sorry.
We almost didn't make it. Mario was ready to scrap this whole podcast.
The whole thing?
Yep.
I'm all shocked. Wait.
You don't remember what you said?
No, I don't. I go through my modes, my ebbs and flows.
You know what Mom said to me the other day?
Hmm.
She goes, you're so fast, because I was making her laugh. She goes, your dad said that. He said, you could be a comedian, but you're too scared to go on stage. And I go, that's why I use my quickness for the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody listens.
Actually, you're like, listen, I'm not trying to take a dump all over myself here. You are the person that people comment about the most. Whenever they talk to me in person, they go, your sister's crazy, your sister's funny, your sister. I don't even, I'm like, am I muted the whole time? Am I really not funny?
They don't want to pump your ego too much.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Pump my ego?
You're just kidding? Nobody says this to you?
Oh, no, I'm serious about you. The comments are usually about you, and it's great because that's why I asked you to be on the show.
I think we're funny, bro. But I have some bad news that
But I'm dad funny.
Want to talk about.
That's the difference.
Because you let yourself become a dad.
Even
if I had a child, I'd pretend I don't have a child. Does that make sense?
Not today, sweetie. Mama's going out. Don't forget, guys, subscribe, comment, like, share on YouTube. All that stuff works. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and follow us on Instagram. Looking to kind of build those numbers up.
And OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
The new name will be
Hairy Ass Cheeks.
No, he doesn't have hairy butt cheeks. Hey guys, troubling news up front.
What happened?
Henry Cavil brought his woman to the premiere of Enola Holmes 2.
That's what you're gonna bring up?
Documenting their 1 year together. Ooh, 1 year. Good for you, bitch. And you know what? That girl, she was on My Super Sweet 16. So she was spoiled back in the day.
Is she from what I remember, when they made the announcement, is this the same girl where he made the announcement and she was shorter than him? Like she's 4
Same one with the glasses when they're playing chess together.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, good for her, man.
She locked it down.
Hopefully
down. She can keep it down.
That's what she said.
Watch Nathan. If he showed up, Henry would leave that girl for Nathan.
Oh, I mean, come on.
100%.
100%. Nathan is the prime steak right now.
He's literally Wagyu without the fat.
Exactly. Oh my God. Take a bite. Well, I thought you were going to talk about how Henry decided to. So there's a lot of things going on with Henry. Last week, I gushed.
Yes, he stopped being yeah.
I gushed about him being Superman, and now all of a sudden we just found out he is stepping away from his Witcher role, and I was actually shocked. And do you know who they're going to replace him with?
Liam Hemsworth, who has half his ass.
What do you mean half his ass?
Liam's not packing the way Henry is on the took us region, okay? So he needs to work on
So
that if he's gonna replace our mans.
is there not going to be any good like bath scenes? I guess.
I don't think so. I think those are behind us now. Those
I only
leather pants will not work, honey.
I only know Liam from what, Hunger Games? I think that's where seen him the
I know him
most.
from being Miley Cyrus's ex-husband, but he's been in a. Just kidding.
That's all I know about Miley's ex.
No, he's a good actor. Whatever. Interesting choice. Interesting choice.
Yeah, but you're right.
Because
Though.
he's not like
Yeah.
super famous,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it's just because his last name is famous.
Isn't that his last name is pretty big? I mean, Liam does work a lot.
He did Tron.
It's just like as far as like famous like franchises, the Hunger Games is the biggest thing that I know of.
Yo, but Tron.
He wasn't Tron. No, he wasn't in Tron. It was
Talk
what's his
about
face? What's his name?
you're
I
out of
forget his name.
control.
Ah,
Why they look the damn same?
He see, I was about to make the same mistake as you. The guy who was in Tron was dating Julia Roberts' niece, Emma Roberts. Garrett
Oh, Garrett
Hudlin.
Hudlin.
Yeah.
Oh, they look the exact same. Oh yeah, and I remember him from Isn't It Romantic? He was really funny in that movie. Oh, what else? What else? What else?
Yeah. I mean, but you're
Mm,
right though. When I saw him, I mean, I'm sure he's gonna beef up. I mean, his brother's Chris. He's gonna
it's
follow.
got to be in the jeans,
It's gotta be in the jeans.
or is it Tren? Will Tenny. He always talks about it. It's so
Hashtag.
funny.
Will
Hashtag.
Tenny.
Will Tennyson, we love you, bro.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
Hopefully,
He
one day
inspired
could be on his
me.
level.
Oh yeah, one day.
One day,
One day. One day.
physically and entertainmently.
Why?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why
Mm-hmm.
so serious?
Son.
So yeah, he dropped out of being The Witcher.
I was surprised, but I think
Well,
it's because of the Superman. Do you think, or
yeah, I
is
think
it?
he's gonna be busy doing Superman. He's probably upset that I haven't seen a lot of The Witcher. I've only seen a few episodes.
I saw one episode and I was bored to death, but apparently it's a good show.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first episode, I was like, I'm out.
Because it's swords and sandals for you, bro.
It's sword and sandals. Yeah.
Hey, should I get a green curtain so we could do a green screen moment?
You know, Lissette's gonna hear this part. She's gonna be like, "You have a green screen. Why don't you use it?" You know what I mean? I have a green screen, but
You
I
could
don't
put the
know
movie poster behind you.
how do you use a green screen, guys. I need to be learned. I need to be taught how to use a green screen.
YouTube.
I found this on the web.
See, look what you did. You cut her off.
Thanks.
How to use a green screen.
Thank
I don't
you.
recall us saying anything to the SIRI. This bitch is crazy.
Well, but
Listen.
still, we should have heard her out. You know, we should have heard her
She
out.
did have a few things. There was a wiki how.
Oh, good.
Good.
All I know
So
is that
implement it next time.
how do you use a green screen without it looking funny? You know what I mean? Because every time people use green screen, they come in and it's like
Stop.
you.
It doesn't matter. They use green screen all those Marvel movies. I could tell. I'm like, this shit's fake, dog.
No, you
They're not in
can't.
another dimension.
Sometimes you go, you know what? That was pretty good.
No.
No. Okay.
I point out all the flaws. I'm like a producer up in this bitch.
It'd be cool to have a green screen. It'd be cool if somebody
It'd be a moment.
green screen / let's have somebody teach us, like, can we use movie posters? Can we put movie trailers? I see people do it.
You can
know
do
what I mean?
it.
I see people do it, but I'm scared because I also see people go, "Oh, our video got copyrighted strike," and I'm like,
That's probably because I put the whole trailer. If we just put the poster, it's fine.
You know, I played around with putting posters last week. You know, Michael B. and all that stuff, and then I was like, nah.
I think you got lazy, bro.
I didn't get lazy, bro. Wow.
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 I took a class in high school.
Yeah.
What was it, auto tech or something?
Mhm.
Some bullshit. And I learned all about the copyright things. We're fine.
I sometimes it's hard to I'm not complaining. I love doing the show. It's just sometimes it's hard to do. You do the show and then you go, oh, I gotta go edit and I gotta insert this and yeah, I guess it's lazy because I'm also working, bruh. You know?
Listen,
Yeah. Maybe I should take a weekday off just to do the show.
I would help you edit, but I don't want to.
Thanks.
Hey, good
Yeah.
news. Good news
You
here.
just tell me. You just tell me when to edit. You just say edit that part out, and then
Edit
I
it.
go. Yeah.
Write that down.
Write that down.
That's what I aspire to be, just to tell you what to do. Later on, we can get video editors when we,
Video editors, social media. What are they called? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's yeah. Social media is dangerous.
I don't know anything about social media. I have like 600 followers, and I'm not buying followers, honey.
Mm-mm. The movie reference has like 50 something.
I don't get the point.
I mean, I get it. Like the numbers game comes into effect whenever like finances are involved. But like for us right now, it's like, do I really need this Instagram? I could just use YouTube. YouTube has a community tab and everything.
You need it.
No, I'm over it.
And you need it. Bring more traction to the podcast.
Instagram brings zero traction to the podcast. It really brings zero.
It's because everyone and their mom has a podcast, and you're not putting out our most controversial things.
What see, you keep bringing this up. Last week there was nothing controversial, so I didn't make a reel.
Well, last week was a weak moment for us, okay?
What controversy? Even like, okay, even when I play the game of controversy, you'll text me and go, "That was a little too much." So where's the level?
I never said that.
Where's the level, Britt?
Okay, I'll say something controversial today. We'll work.
No, don't. I won't use it. I'm gonna edit it out of the podcast. Oh wait, you did say something last week. You did say something last week controversial, and I cut that shit out. I was like, nope.
What did I say?
I'm not gonna say it again. I'll tell you
what I said when I was having some thoughts.
When you had some thoughts.
Mental health is an important thing to talk about.
Mental health? That's not what it was about.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It was about a specific actor. And yeah. Leave it at that.
I say things and it just leaves. Hey, good news, everybody. I was not scammed.
Woo!
So
she wasn't scammed.
We drove up, and Divya, my best friend, she was like,
"Oh, thanks."
Wait. I have Divya, I have Amy, I have Mark Anthony, I have Elaine, and I have Artie, and I have Nathan, I have Lizette. I have a lot of best friends.
Whoa!
Everybody, relax. One of my best friends. I have to name them all before someone gets upset because this is the one time they listen or something. Okay. So we're driving up to the parking garage, and then she's like, this is our chance to see if this shit's legit, because we had the little scanner for the parking comp. Yeah. And then it worked, and I was like,
oh shit.
And it was the most bougie experience that we've had together, which was amazing. So we went down the escalator, and there was like a separate entrance for the suites, because everyone was still waiting outside of the Toyota Center.
Yeah.
So we went through there, and they're like, yes, have your things ready. Have your things over your head. So we did that, and then Dave was like, what? What an experience. I was like, I know. And then we're like filming the whole thing. We get to the suite. The lady that sold me the tickets was so nice. She was like, what's your name? She was there? She was there. She was making sure that the right people were coming in that bought the tickets from her. Yeah. So I was like, oh, snap. What if she's like, oh, there's no seats for you or something? But she's like, no, it's nice to meet you. And I said, thank you for the tickets. And she's like, there's food if you like any. So they had burgers on deck. They had chips and salsa on deck. They got popcorn on deck, chicken breast and veggies. Yeah. And yeah, it was a amazing experience. The girls, I thought they were going to be lip syncing for some reason, but they went all out.
They were really singing?
Yeah. And dancing. And they showed some new songs, but they didn't play the song I wanted, which is The Happiest Girl in the World. I think maybe it would have been too emotional. I mean, you only have 8 songs on your new album and you don't play all of them? That's a
Well,
finisher. That
they ha-
is a
how
finisher.
many albums do they have? Just 2 or 3?
Baby girl. They got
Or
like
they have
5 or
more?
they've been together for 6 years.
Oh, I've only heard about them like maybe last year.
Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, then they have too many songs. They have to play a lot of songs. Like,
But I asked Divya because I was like, are they gonna play their old stuff? She's like, no, they don't do that. Because when they went to the concert in 2019, they didn't do that. But they did this time.
well,
I
I
guess
mean,
because it's their like, I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard because artists artists have to play the hits, and especially if you have an expansive discography, then it gets harder. I miss the days where artists would just perform the album that they put out.
Yeah.
Not that I have ever been to a freaking concert. I'm just kidding. I've been to a concert, but
Well, most
but
of the concerts I go to, they only play their new stuff and they play one
of the
old
old.
song, that people like, except when I saw Maroon 5, who we will not mention.
Beep.
Beep. Cheater. But they played all their old stuff. And I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, that's good.
Well, in
But
that case, that's the perfect example because they have a lot of older hits, and they have to play it. Otherwise, the fans are going to be disappointed. Like, why didn't they play the song that I?
let me tell you something, Linda. When I saw those girls on stage, they moving and they grooving. I'm like, man. But when you watch them on screen,
Yeah.
their arms
What, spaghetti?
like this, you can see
Twigs.
all the bones. And I was like, damn. And then I was like, Blackpink diet. Let me take this popcorn out of my mouth.
They don't eat nothing. No, and all the food that they were supposed to eat are in your little booth area.
I think they dance all day, son. And then I saw them on Instagram, and the girl was still doing the Stairmaster and running, and I'm like, God. But honestly, how is being skinny gonna work for my stardom? How's that gonna help me?
I don't
Some
know.
people like a thick queen,
Some do like the queens. Yeah.
and they like my mom. She was laughing. She's like, I thought that dress wasn't gonna fit. Okay, I went to go try on my wedding dress.
There
Okay,
goes mom.
she's like, I didn't think it was gonna fit because every time I see you on Instagram, you have food. And I go, I record the food, but it doesn't mean I eat all the food, woman. She's like, yeah, that's why I was so happy. You look like you lost weight. I was like,
Damn.
I did get the smaller size and it was pretty loose. So, but that's not good because now I have to pay for extra for alterations. You put wedding in front of something, it's 100 times more than it's supposed to be. Like if I was gonna get a normal dress altered,
yeah,
$20.
oh yeah,
At the ones by mom's house,
right,
you put wedding dress in front of it, $1,500.
yeah. Well, yeah.
What, you doing God's work?
No,
you think you're doing a miracle, honey?
No, but it's just like, isn't it because it's wedding dresses are typically like a special designer, and there's certain stuff on it, and it's a little more
Yeah,
delicate.
but the same thing goes for wedding cake. You can get a cake, like a sheet cake from Costco for $10, this big.
Hell yeah.
But you can get the same thing, but if you say, I want a wedding sheet cake that looks the exact same, $500. Riddle me something, honey. So anytime you guys want something, don't put wedding in front of it. If you want flowers, don't say what it's for. Just say, I need a bouquet. Not for a wedding. Just for funsies, okay? People have questions. Just practice. I like look in the mirror and I practice tossing it. But anyway, I'm super excited. Yeah. And we're gonna post those photos. Maybe you could do a vlog, but I did say no cameras at the Babe, what's the thing
alterations
called when
or
when I walk down the aisle? Ceremony.
oh, you mean when we're at the real deal?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
none of that. But
I'm not gonna be.
afterwards,
I
it's
can't be
fine.
filming that because
That would be so awkward because you're gonna be talking to saying all these things, and you're like, "You may now. You can kiss the bride."
and not even that, dude. Like we would have to make sure that we really hit our 10,000 subscriber mark because Nathan will be all over that video. I I
Oh
don't got
wow,
time to edit.
we only have 8 months for that,
I know. Shit.
babe. You
I
better
think once we hit
start sharing the
10,000
podcast.
subscribers, we hit 10,000, we show off Nathan, and then we end the show.
That's it.
Boom.
Boom.
That's it. And
Awesome
Nathan will go on the camera in the last 10 seconds and say, "Welcome to the end of the
podcast.
podcast."
That'd be pretty baller. Hey, have you been working on your speech?
I haven't been working on it, but I do what you do. I have the score music. I'm like, but I don't have anything super sad to say about you. So
That doesn't. Okay. Listen, at least nobody actually heard what I said.
I heard it loud and clear.
A lot of people that had no idea what I said. So that's
You're
fine.
crying.
You can talk about whatever you want, make it fun,
I
or make it sad.
No, it's okay. I won't. I won't do that. I won't talk about your San Antonio experience or anything like that.
Ain't ruining my life so young. Oh, okay. So let's talk about. Do we have time to talk about my Korean drama?
Oh, I don't care. Time doesn't exist. Time's not a concept.
Okay, everyone. I hope. I know I talk about Korean
But I
dramas all
will
the time.
edit this part out. So if it's like okay, go ahead, go ahead.
I talk about Korean dramas all the time, but there was one that absolutely wrecked me. It ruined my life. It was La La Land 2.0, dog. Okay, so it's on Netflix. The title is 2521. It uses that title because it's supposed to show like it's like a remnants of what ages these people were when this life event happened.
Full disclosure, this is the picture you showed last episode. The main actress where she
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Where she's 32, but she plays an 18-year-old.
Got it.
She's beautiful, great skin. So she's like a fencer, and it's like a coming of age tale. She builds this friendship with someone, and they have like this loving relationship.
Oh,
Fuck. No. I'm gonna cry again. But all I'm gonna let you know is, because I don't want to spoil anything, in the show it's so much fun and it's cute. And you have anything to say about Babe? It was cute and fun. And sad. It has all the factors. It's not a typical K-drama where you like see, you know what's gonna happen. And that's what wrecked me.
It was a good surprise.
It was ugly tears. So highly recommend.
If you like crying.
No, if you like, because there's movies that take you from to absolutely ugly crying.
Yeah.
That's where you're gonna be. You're gonna be so happy some moments. You're like, oh, this is so cute. And then bam. And then up. And bam. I love it. It made me have so many emotions.
I don't know if I ever have a series like that where I go through the ebbs and flow. I probably do. I just can't think of one right now.
Well, this is your chance to.
Damn, dude, I can't pull one. Oh, no, I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it?
Well, I'm not. Listen, This Is Us has made me cry, and made me happy too.
But those ones are too many seasons long.
I get you.
Yeah,
But
K-dramas are just one
as far
season.
As like
knock
a
it
show
out.
that makes me feel all kinds of emotions, happiness and sadness. This Is Us has been a prime example of something that's like, damn, I didn't expect it to make me freaking cry. Like
That's true. Anyway, a 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. I would watch it again.
Nice
Um,
rhyming.
yeah. Thank you. And then I watched The Good Nurse.
I did as well. The Good Nurse.
What?
It's
It's
on
Jessica.
Netflix.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. Jessica Chastain and
Eddie
Eddie
Redmayne.
Redmayne.
Yep.
Continue.
Um, based on true events, but also based on a book.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, this woman is a single mom who works 2 jobs, who loves her kids and never stops. I'm just kidding. So yeah, she's a single mom. She's a nurse.
And she's redhead.
And she's a redhead.
Ah.
No, she's wearing a wig in this movie. She's blonde in this movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought she was red. Oh.
No, she's definitely wearing a wig. Her hair looks
Oh.
too thin to be her.
Oh. Okay.
Anyway, so she's a single mom. She's a nurse. In the beginning, you just see her working hard, trying to make ends meet, trying to pay for their nanny. At work, I thought she was having anxiety problems, but she actually has like a heart condition.
Oh God, yeah.
That she needs to take care of because to live longer.
Yep.
And all of a sudden she ends up getting help because some other nurse like they hire on to help around during the night shift, so she's not like overworked.
Mm-hmm.
And then she develops a relationship with this person, but ever since he comes around, they keep having codes, so people seizing up, people dying basically while he's there. Mark, continue.
This is a master class of acting. Like, I love when I watch a movie and I go, damn, they are so good in
Yeah.
this. Like, Jessica Chastain and Eddie Redmayne are so good in this movie, man. The movie could be complete crap or,
Yeah.
trash. They were spectacular. However, the movie isn't trash. The movie is
Yeah,
really,
it's a great movie.
really well done. Yeah, holy crap. I don't know how to say this. I know I don't know what to say next. Lisette was talking about how Eddie Redmayne looks creepy. Like, he already looks creepy. Like,
He
why do
always
they
looks
believe him?
creepy. Yeah.
I was like, and she's like, "Where's he from?" I said, "He's from Fantastic Beasts. It's
Yeah.
Newt. Come on now." He also was in a couple other things. He's a great actor,
Mm-hmm.
and he was perfect in this. I said, "Man, he's gunning for an Oscar with this performance, especially when you get." Are we? We're not spoiling, are we?
Well, in the trailer, they already give away that he's the one.
That's
Like
true.
she's
But
trying to.
there's a certain moment that happens that, man, I was just like, damn. Every scene with him was intense. Even though he's
Yeah,
not
he's supposed
a
to be like a nice guy. It still felt like.
yeah, and even though he's not a physical murder, like he's a, I guess, a poisoner.
A
He
lot of
poisons.
nurses are like that, like the serial killer nurses that
Yeah.
like give babies insulin, or they give them too much potassium.
Yeah, it's awful. It makes me never want to go to the hospital ever again.
That's why I don't go.
And but yeah, even though he's not like a physical person, like he does it behind, kind of like behind the scenes type of thing.
You feel like
When
he's gonna
he,
snap.
yeah, you felt it. You're like, oh my god, he's gonna do something to her, and nothing. And I mean, it was an intense movie, and Jessica Chastain. It was so frustrating in some scenes because he's like talking like he's happy and stuff, and then she'd be like crying, and you're like, just spit it out. Don't let
Yeah,
him think that
that's
like,
true.
oh. And then there was like one part where she kind of makes it through, and I'm like, okay, good job, like,
You got
because
this.
you're making me have anxiety because
Yeah.
you don't know what to say because you're afraid
Especially
of
when
this
he's
thing.
around her kids, she looked like she was gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, and with a heart condition, she
Hmm.
was taking on too much with a heart condition, like, oh
Yeah,
my gosh. And
and
this
that
is a
that
prime
Pixis is
example of
flawed.
what's flawed.
The Pixis, the one
Oh,
where they can get drugs out and they can cancel it and the drawer still opens.
man. And then the fact that when the police got involved, you find out, well, if there's no body, we can't do nothing.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, like,
I thought they were gonna have to like let him murder someone else.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. It was a very intense thriller. I loved it. It's in that vein of like, because speaking of you challenging me, I thought of more movies that I watched, like Fruitville Station and Spotlight. Like those movies are intense little
Yeah.
drama nuggets that are based on true stories. And it's like, oh, this Lisette really loved. She kept commenting on it. She's like, "I love how grainy this movie is." I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
it kind of fits. It fits the tone."
Yeah.
The one thing I appreciated about this movie compared to when we talked about The Stranger was that it did tell us what happened afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But imagine he's been a nurse for that long.
I know, and then the final. Oh, I don't. We're
Yeah.
not trying to spoil it, but the final piece of truth was like, no way. Like
No.
Lisette and I looked at each other like, no. So you have to watch the movie to find out, guys. I mean, it's really good. I mean, do I want to give it a? I I don't. Ugh. I don't know how high a rating I want to give it.
We're doing 5 out of 5.
Híjole.
I like that it gets straight to the point. Like there wasn't too much
Yeah.
of a backstory.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that the whole time. Was like, wow, every scene literally moves the story forward, and
Yeah.
it's like, and that's what I'm why I made that comment earlier about I miss movies like this. The
Yeah.
beginning, middle, and end. Just give me what happened. And
Mhm.
it wasn't long. It was like maybe
Yeah.
what, 2 hours maybe?
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I was invested. I was enthralled by the performances. I mean, I'm gonna go 4.9 out of 5.
I was gonna say the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, ditto.
Yeah. Intense movie.
Yeah, and that's what I loved about it the most
Yeah.
is that I felt tense the entire time. I had like anxiety and
That's 2 intense movies we watched already.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Eddie is eerie, man. He is so eerie, and Jessica Chastain, she's always great. It's such a I don't know. She's on a roll. I mean, she always
Yeah.
chooses good roles, but the last one I watched of her when she was Tammy Faye, like she was spectacular as
I haven't
what
seen
Eddie.
that movie, but in Scenes of a Marriage,
Oh, I didn't get to see that show.
good acting.
Yeah, she's always been on point, and yeah, highly recommend. I mean, that's the only new movie I had time to watch this week, though. Did you watch anything else?
I was supposed to go to the movies this weekend and I didn't go.
What are you gonna what do you mean? What were you gonna go see?
Um, I was thinking of going to see Don't Worry, Darling.
Wow. Oh, I saw a clip
Yeah.
on Reels. It popped up that I've never seen Harry yell before, and there's the whole scene of him yelling at her, "You're happy, Alice." You know,
Okay. I want to talk about something. I know we're almost out of time.
no, there's no time. Time's
There's no
no
time.
concept.
I love Harry Styles.
Uh-oh.
Great singer.
Hmm.
He was great in Dunkirk,
Yeah.
but they're giving him acting roles, I think, to just give the movie some popularity or to convince younger people to see these dramatic films that they wouldn't normally see if it had another actor.
Hmm.
But in turn, it's ruining the I what am I trying to say? It's ruining the entire movie. Because I've
It's
seen
yeah,
like clips already
yeah,
of the policeman
yeah.
and Don't Worry, Darling. This was not illegal. People put everything on TikTok when I don't want to
I
see it.
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like his acting in Don't Worry, Darling. That's why I still haven't seen it in theaters because I'm like, oh my god, this is so embarrassing.
It's this has been a trope for freaking decades. I mean, like just you and I, like growing up alone, not a, you know what I mean? Like we seen rappers become actors, right? DMX and Eminem, 50 Cent, and some of them do great. Like, listen, 8 Mile is Eminem is fantastic in that movie,
Hmm.
but they do it because of it does enhance the audience presence. Like, oh yeah, let's
Yeah.
do this movie with so and so because it's yeah, they're definitely gonna check it out. Like, and some really do like get into it and really do a great job and all that stuff. And then there's some that just do it because it's another paycheck. And
Yeah.
it's kind of that balance of some things are authentic. Like that's why I always like hold 8 Mile up here because it is authentic. It is based around his upbringing and all and what he did in the battle scene. And Eminem, from what I hear, did studied and got ready for it. But then there's other people that it's a different situation. Like Bad Bunny has been cast as a superhero, right?
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be a luchador type of hero, as the first Mexican superhero that Sony's making, and that's great. But it's also like, well, obviously this was because they're doing this movie because they were able to get Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
But imagine if they got somebody else to play the main character, and but then the attraction. I mean, yeah, the attraction's still there for like the culture and the representation, but it's not as Bad Bunny's on top of the fucking game right now.
Yeah.
So of
But
course,
they could have had like a real actor like Javier Bardem or
or somewhere along those lines, like what's his name, Ernesto. I always say his name wrong, but like you know who I'm talking about, right?
isn't that guy Spanish, Oscar Isaac?
Oscar Isaac. I don't want to be wrong. Isn't he Guatemalan or something like that? Anyways, but yeah, there's a lot of other actors out there, and but this it just yeah, it's the attraction. Like 50 Cent. I mean, he did a great job in Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah.
It was
But that's
based on
based on their life.
exactly. It makes sense, but like when I don't know, it's some people can transition. Mark Wahlberg transitioned from Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Anyway, I think in the policeman they should have casted someone else.
Yeah,
I know
but
if you're looking for a scrawny dude, just put Timothy Chalamet. If that's what you really need. That will
mm,
get a lot of girls to watch it.
maybe
And
Timothy was busy. I'm just saying. Timothy's always busy. I mean, come on. Look at
it's
him.
Timmy. What are you gonna do?
It's Timmy. Yeah,
Hey, I
it's
saw
a
the conspiracy theory that I talked about a few episodes
uh
and it popped up on TikTok and I said, so I'm not, I'm the original. I brought it up already.
of what? What
I can't
conspiracy?
say it again. I'm not going to try to bring us down defamation lawsuits here,
All
but it
right. Well,
was towards the
I
beginning of the podcast.
I will say that to conclude my Bad Bunny thing, he might end up doing a good job. Just saying. I'm just saying
Might.
he might. We don't know. All we know is a little scene in Bullet Train.
Mm,
Who knows?
who
And
knows?
he was good in that scene.
But so was Harry Styles. He was good in that scene in Dunkirk.
Harry Styles was good in Dunkirk, and sometimes actors and people who are transitioning over to acting, sometimes they're just better as a supporting actor, not as the lead. We don't, you never know though. You got to give them a chance, but it's also like, well, what about the other people who want a chance? Hashtag just saying.
Hashtag let us into the acting
Now,
world.
what is the controversy thing that you're talking about?
I'm not gonna say, but I sent it to Lizette. You should watch it. I said, aha, I was right.
You just sent it to her. You didn't send it to me.
No, because you don't have TikTok.
But how am I supposed to know if the conspiracy theory is true?
It's a conspiracy theory.
The last one you spewed was that what's his name from 1917 was going to be the Flash.
I did say that.
Yeah, you did say that. Okay. Anyways, that apparently that's not it.
We're not talking about that.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
I'm
So
trying not to get us in trouble. I'm sorry. Okay.
I appreciate it that sometimes you are mindful of us getting into trouble, and then other times where you just don't give a fuck. I appreciate
Thanks.
it. All right. I guess
Well,
since you opened the show, I'll close the show.
good job. You can do this. Do my job.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is episode 59 of the Movie Reference. That's Britt. She's crazy. It's me, Mark, and please subscribe, like, comment, share on YouTube. We are up to 11 subscribers, man. So let's bump that up. Go follow us on Instagram. You can listen to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Those numbers are getting lower and lower, but that's okay. We figured people would rather watch us on YouTube because those numbers are going up. So
Yeah.
much appreciated. But we got to keep doing audio only because it's actually still getting listens, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's pretty good. And let's see. Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right. That was good. Good enough.
I don't know. That wasn't a good ending. Yours is better.
You didn't even say what number it was. This has been
I
episode
did. I did. That was the first thing I said.
All right.
This
All
is you
right.
not listening again. Remember last week?
I don't listen at all
Last week,
to anything.
I went on a whole spiel about Creed 3, and then I said, okay, Creed 3 comes out March 23rd or March 3rd, 2023. And then I go, okay, and let me talk about the next thing. And then Brittany goes, wait, you answer this question. When does Creed 3 come out? I said, I just said it. I just said it. I edited that part out. So
That's funny though.
anyways.
Sorry.
All
My
right.
brain
Doodles.
capacity is gone.